From Delaware's most award-winning radio news team, this is WDEL Video News. Here's Chris Carl.
Among Delaware's top stories for Thursday, January 17th, some winter weather is heading our way. A bill dealing with eminent domain in Delaware has been tabled. And a heartwarming story for a Newark family, literally. Here are the details. Roads may be a little slick as you commute home today. A storm is moving up the east coast that AccuWeather's Joe Lundberg says will bring us precipitation in varying forms.
Well, we don't have to worry about any precipitation for the morning rush hour. We'll be in good shape then. And then as the clouds thicken up, I think the snow will start to break out sometime after lunchtime. And by evening, it should be mixed over with some sleet and rain across the area. Then overnight tonight, the steadiest rain will be in the first half of the night. By midnight, it should be tapering off to drizzle. And when you get up tomorrow morning, it's all gone. It's going to be cold, but I don't think it'll be icy in most places tomorrow morning.
Be sure to tune in to 11:50 a.m. WDEL this afternoon for Traffic Watch reports from the roads and Snow Watch for any delays or cancellations. Well, state lawmakers take their first crack at legislation concerning eminent domain. WDEL legislative correspondent Carl Konevsky reports from Dover.
It was standing room only at the meeting of the House Transportation, Land Use and Infrastructure Committee Wednesday afternoon. The reason? A bill sponsored by State Representative Dennis Williams, a Wilmington Democrat, to clarify land obtained through eminent domain can only be for public use. The bill was tabled when officials from Wilmington and other municipalities said they didn't have enough time to study it. But Williams says he started 3 years ago when DelDOT closed A Street.
You can't do this with businesses that they can't survive unless we put signage out there and give them an access road. And now all of a sudden we have the city coming in trying to take the businesses. And I'm saying, well, was that a precursor? Those 3 years ago? Is that the reason why they closed A Street down? Everybody says it was construction of the condominiums, but I'm really beginning to wonder.
Former State Representative Joe DePino, the Economic Development Director for the City of Wilmington, says rushing the bill through could lead to unintended consequences.
Specifically with regard to some of the things that we're engaged in and plan to be engaged in, or to provide opportunity within minority communities to participate as not only as new property owners, but also as business owners.
The committee scheduled a second hearing on the bill for early March. Reporting from Legislative Hall in Dover, I'm Carl Konevsky, 11:50 a.m., WDEL.
Lieutenant Governor Carney met with officials at General Motors in Detroit yesterday to discuss the possible future for the company's Boxwood Road plant. The company has targeted the plant as one of the facilities it will close in 2012. Carney says he pitched GM executives on Delaware's resources, including the Port of Wilmington and the skilled workforce at Boxwood. Carney also asked officials why Delaware wasn't chosen to build the company's new generation vehicles, but Carney says he did not get an answer. GM plans to move production of the Solstice and Sky from Boxwood Road to a plant in Bowling Green, Kentucky in 2012. Coming up, a 90-minute standoff ends with an arrest. WDEL News continues in a moment.
The best place to buy your new floor is at your local Carpet One store, where we offer true flooring expertise, from a great selection of famous name floors to guaranteed installation. That's something you won't find at those big warehouses, internet sites, or traveling carpet shops. And with our 1,000 store buying power, we offer you the best warranties and the best values in flooring. Carpet One, the one store for your perfect floor.
You're the one, you're the one.
A Plummer Center escapee is back in custody after a 90-minute standoff at a Wilmington apartment building. Police say Corey Smyer stole a woman's purse last evening outside the Home Depot on Miller Road. Unfortunately for Smyer, the victim was an off-duty Wilmington cop, and the purse contained her service revolver. Smyer fled to the Brandywine Hills apartments, where police cornered him. He surrendered peacefully after hiding in the apartment for about an hour and a half. State lawmakers don't expect to hear a lot of new initiatives when Governor Minner presents her State of the State address today. WDEL's Carl Konevsky reports.
As Governor Minner prepares to speak to a joint session of the General Assembly, Senate Minority Leader Charlie Copeland says his expectations for new programs are minimal.
As I've been forecasting for several years that the train was coming, and that train is here. And that is the revenues are flat, forecast to maybe grow 3%, yet expenses are still on track to grow 5, 6, 7%. And when you have that kind of difference on a $3.5 billion budget, you're going to have a problem.
Copeland says in 2003 the governor implemented a hiring freeze to keep spending under control and hopes she'll do something similar this year. House Minority Whip Helene Keeley says a struggling economy will push the focus to core services.
Schools, making sure that we can take care of those that can't take care of themselves. Health and social services, making sure that Medicare and Medicaid is funded appropriately, and that we're not necessarily cutting, but maintaining.
Reporting from Legislative Hall in Dover, I'm Carl Konevsky, 1150 AM, WDEL.
The Red Clay School Board has approved the district's $154 million operating budget, but includes about $10 million in cuts to programs and services. A referendum has been scheduled for February 28th on a proposed tax increase that would restore the programs and prevent additional cuts. If the referendum fails, the district would have to make about $3 million in additional cuts in the next fiscal year and about $4.5 million the following year. A Newark house is finally a cozy home, thanks to several local businesses. WDEL's Lee St. John reports.
Gloria Chaudhry and her three sons, ages 15, 12, and 7, have lived in the house on Broadfield Drive in Scottsfield for almost 3 years, and they've never had heat. Once the warmth generated by cooking dinner in the kitchen wears off, all four huddle up in Gloria's bedroom.
Doing homework with my space heater, trying to keep warm in there. The space heater I have to be up all night, turning it off, turning it on, turning it off, because sometimes it gets too warm because the room is so small, the space heater works. And so I can sleep all night now without, half awake trying to turn it on and off. So because you're so scared that you have that on that, you don't know if it'll catch a fire.
A friend gave Gloria's name to Warm the Heart, a nonprofit run by heating contractor Horizon Services with financial support from Delmarva Power and others that provides new furnaces to needy families free of charge. On Wednesday, a crew showed up with one for Gloria, and her cold nights are now a thing of the past.
I can't wait to feel the heat come on this evening when my kids come home and they're warm and they can do homework around this area in my kitchen, sit down on the table and do their homework instead of the bedroom.
Horizon and Warm the Heart will install 11 more heating units in homes in Newcastle County and the city of Wilmington within the next several weeks. Reporting from Newark, Lee St. John, 1150 AM, WDEL.
A first-place showdown for the Blue Hens. WDEL Sports and your Delaware AccuWeather forecast coming up.
Looking to gain an edge in the technology or design field? Wilmington College's Division of Information Technology and Advanced Communications offers state-of-the-art facilities equipped with the latest tools. Did you know that Wilmington College has been preparing students for careers in media arts and technology over the past 7 years? Enjoy hands-on experience and personal attention from instructors drawn straight from the industry. To learn more, visit wilmcoll.edu. Wilmington College. Achieve balance, achieve success.
I'm Peter MacArthur.
I'm Melanie Armstrong, and here are Delaware's top stories at the top of the hour.
The most complete coverage of the news that matters in Delaware. Every weekday morning, 5:30 till 9 on 1150 AM WDEL.
In WDEL Sports, VCU held Delaware to its lowest point total in nearly 25 years as the Rams routed the Blue Hens 60-39 in what was a first-place showdown in the CAA. Delaware was held without a field goal over a 13.5-minute span of the first half. They shot a season-low 27% and turned the ball over 21 times against the VCU press. Herb Courtney and Mark Eggerson both had 11 points for Delaware, while Courtney grabbed 9 rebounds. Delaware drops to 8-8, 5-1 in the conference. VCU and Delaware still tied atop the league with a 5-1 mark. The Hens will be at Northeastern on Saturday. The Flyers built a 4-1 first-period lead, then had to hold off the Florida Panthers for a 5-3 win. Kimo Timonen had a goal and 2 assists, and Simone Gagne and Scott Hartnell scored for the Flyers. Danny Briere added an empty netter. The Flyers are off until Saturday when they play at the New York Islanders. Your WDEL Delaware AccuWeather forecast. Increasing clouds through today with some wet snow, sleet, and rain this afternoon. A high of 40. Tonight, mixed precipitation changing to all rain before tapering off. Low 34 tonight. Tomorrow, clouds giving way to some sunshine. A high of 46. More snow in the forecast for Saturday. Get news updates throughout the day. Delaware's top stories at the top of the hour on 1150 a.m. You get WDEL News text alerts sent right to your cell phone. Sign up here at WDEL.com. I'm Chris Carl. Thanks for watching.